When I do these live streams like this, it's just me sitting here by myself in the studio. Not that that matters, but I just thought about it that I just basically talk to the camera and that's it. Um, okay, a couple announcements here. I got a lot of emails about the Labor Day sale. People that were on vacation that came back missed the sale because we ended it right at the beginning of the of Labor Day. I'm going to extend it through this week, through the rest of this week for 5 more days. So you can get all 6 of my courses for $109. That's Quick Lessons Pro. That's Beato Book, the Beato Book Interactive, the Music Theory for Songwriters, the ear training program, the beginner guitar, the arpeggio masterclass. All of this for $109. That's 600 and some odd dollars off, or it's about $20 per course. Um, it's a great deal, if I do say so myself. I have some concerts coming up, or I should say in person world tour. The Nashville show is sold out next week at Vanderbilt University. I mean, there might be a few tickets left because well, no, I guess it's sold out. I don't know. I mean, it said sold out. Anyways, I'm going to be in San Francisco, the only other one, at the Presidio Theater on September 25th. I'm reading this off my phone right now. I'm going to be on October 25th in Berlin. Those of you in Berlin, if I could say something in German, I would. I'll be at the Punchline Club. Please come down and say hello. I love Berlin. It's a great, great city. I did a show there 3 years ago, I think it was, at this really cool venue that was I think it was in a church. It was a great place. I'll be in Stockholm on October 28th. I love Stockholm. At the Gota Lejon, Lejon. I don't know how to say that. My Swedish is not good. Uh, and I will be in Oslo October 29th. All these are on my website at rickbeato.com. I'll be in Helsinki, Finland on November 1st at a place called Hype. Then I will be in London at the Cadogan Hall November 3rd. And then Dublin, Ireland at the Ambassador Theatre on November 5th. I've actually only been to Dublin. Okay, so I've been to Dublin one time, been to London many times, never been to Finland, never been to Norway. Only been to Stockholm one time, and the last time I was there, I interviewed Bjorn Ulvaeus from ABBA, and I did a show there. I also got to meet Max Martin when I was there last time. Maybe there'll be an interview with Max, who knows? And then Berlin. Last time I was in Berlin, I actually went to the Neumann factory where they make Neumann microphones, and I saw all the cool people at Neumann. I use a lot of Neumann mics here in recording, always have, and I wanted to go see the place. And Anyways, San Francisco, hope to see some of you YouTube people out there. That's where the home of YouTube is. We're going to talk about some Genesis today. It's interesting. I always come back to these records that came out the first year that I played guitar. I think it's mainly because my brother Lou, all the records that he had, he's my two older brothers. He's my second oldest brother. But he had a stereo. He was very big into listening to music. So we would, Catagoon, is that Catagun? Catagon Hall. Thank you, Neil. We had our school janitor, Mr. Cadigan, was spoke at our commencement when I graduated from high school. What's up, Jeff? And he was a brilliant guy. He was a PhD in philosophy or something. I mean, just a brilliant guy. But he spoke at our commencement in high school. His name was Mr. Cadigan. Great guy. So, like I said, my brother Lou had a stereo, and he went out and bought records. And my brother John and I would sit in his room when he would listen to music. And this is 1976, 1880. My brother John is on now. But we heard these records. Boston's first record, Trick of the Tail, Genesis, which I'm going to talk about now. And I think that a lot of the Frampton Comes Alive came out that year. I think a lot of the guitar parts from some of these records really influenced the kind of stuff that I really like as far as the chord voicings and stuff, because there were some really, you'll hear this now when I do it. I'm going to do a little breakdown of Entangled by Genesis. This is the first record that Phil Collins sang on. And the guitar parts and the melodies, there's a lot of really interesting things. Phil Collins sings some flat 9 intervals in the melody. I'll show you where though, but it starts out, let's talk about the beginning here. So all this stuff, I honestly never did a track breakdown of this until 5 minutes ago. So I have the tracks to this. Now, okay, so that's the guitar part. Now that's actually multiple parts there. You can hear the 12 string, you hear electric guitar, but it's basically in this position here is where this lick is played. So you can hear open D in there. So this is the chord voicing. This is a B minor. And you hear him pop in put the A in there too. But this is a beautiful, beautiful B minor 9 voicing that's using open strings. But check out the picking pattern on it here. It's hard to hold a guitar and play this, but this is all the so there's 3 guitars here. There's acoustic, there's 12 string, there's electric guitar playing these parts together. Tony Banks and Mike it was the last record that who am I thinking of? Great guitar player. This is in 6/8. Steve Hackett, thank you. So this is probably all Steve Hackett layering these parts. They're beautiful together, but listen to the stereo. I'm just isolating the guitar. This is just the guitar, stereo guitar tracks. Let me put the vocal in now. Listen, from where Phil Collins comes in. This is the first record he sang lead. When you're asleep, they may show you, and you'll lose all the ground. Freudian slumber, empty of sounds. Okay, so right here, when he goes to the G chord, right? So he's singing he does that beautiful harmony with the F sharp and A, but it's over this chord. That's amazing. Then he goes, so it's E over, it's really E. But over G sharp. Amazing. Listen to it again. Right here.
lost as it tries to be seen. Fields of incentive covered with green.
Okay, so check out this little echo vocal
Covered
too.
with green.
Perfect. No auto-tune needed. And then we go to this. What's amazing about this is like, it goes to this. She's going from E to like a G sharp minor 9 chord there. It's very, very strange to stay on the same root right there. Listen to it again. Let me isolate the guitars. Listen. Weird, right? Okay, so this is something that AI would never do. No AI tune is going to come up with that chord progression. It isn't. It's so unusual because you can't feed in enough songs to that do this, because this is like the only song that does this, right? So AI programs will not be able to do Genesis songs. Okay, they can try, but they're not going to be able to. They don't have enough training data. We need a new AI model that's only trained on Genesis.
Mesmerized children now play, meant to be seen
And you notice that the echo parts are, they pan the echo to the left speaker. Listen.
Mesmerized children now playing, meant to be seen but not heard. Stop me from dreaming, don't be absurd.
Okay, so let's talk about a couple things here. These are...
Stop me from dreaming, don't be absurd. Don't be absurd.
So this is going to this to check it out. Then let me put the vocals back in so you know where we are. So there's a couple weird changes in here too. Listen to this. You hear the E minor to C to B, A. Really, really cool. Like perfect harmonies.
Won't you allow yourself fall?
Wait, hold on. Listen to this part. All these triads.
Sleep. Won't you allow yourself fall? Nothing can hurt you at all.
Then.
With your consent, I can experiment further still.
Wow. I mean, come on. So we have a couple. Then we have some of these string. Listen. Missed a couple things here. Listen. You have the organ that comes in here. Sounds like a... I love that with the fifth and the bass.
Fall. Nothing can hurt you at all. With your consent, I can experiment further still.
Love that. And then you got this. Listen. Amazing, right?
Sometimes entangled in your own dream.
And all these kind of voicings here. Just beautiful, that C. Now, where do you hear these chords? Well, you hear them in Stairway to Heaven, right? You know. This is the cool stuff that people were doing that really has a it's almost like a medieval sound to it.
Drift far away now. Nothing is quite what it seems. Sometimes entangled in your own dream.
And the thing about this is, like, when you get to these choruses here, listen.
If we can help you, we will. Soon as you're tired and ill, with your consent, we can experiment further still. Thanks to our kindness and skill, you'll have no trouble until
Wow.
you catch your breath and the nurse will present you the bill.
Come on. It goes back to that G sharp minor 9 sound. Then we go to this, to the bridge part. Then you have the bass there. Synth bass, right? Who is it? No ninth chords in Renaissance music. Kevin. Very true. I mean, this stuff is absolutely brilliant, right? Oh, let it play. Sorry. Oh. This stuff is so well played. I mean, it's so well played and recorded, just blows my mind. I mean, it's amazing, right? No AI program that's going to do anything like that, right? No chance. Like I said, there's nothing to train on other than this is the only Genesis song that really is like this. Now, there are different Genesis songs on the same record. I mean, Ripples is incredible. It's it has a vibe like this. That particular let's see here if I have it on here. Save that. And then we have like Ripples. I have this here. Listen. They're never going to come up with something like that. Oh, I mean, listen to the piano part here. But it works perfectly with the guitar. Listen. Listen. Listen to the guitar once more. Right there. Then with the piano.
Marching to the promised land, where the honey flows and takes you by the hand. As if to say that it's the last time you'll love like today. Sail
Listen to organ there. Listen to the bass notes. Tony Banks is playing really low. Listen. In this organ part, listen. Yeah, some of you are talking about the volumes there. Some of these things are really, really low in the mix. It's this, like these organ parts. I mean, this stuff is absolutely brilliant on this record, and it equally, it's incredibly well produced. This whole record, every single song. And this was a time period, honestly, back in the 70s when all the greatest recording gear, between the late 60s and the 70s, this is when all the best consoles were being made, the compressors, the microphones. It was not only a renaissance for music, for harmony, things like that, but also for gear. All the synthesizers that were being invented, all the high-end recording gear that happened. You know, it's interesting when I interviewed David Gilmour, and Glenn Johns, you know, we touched upon it, but the things that they were using at Abbey Road, if you go back to the late 60s, for example, the microphones, U47s, M49s, these are Neumann mics, U67s, AKG D20s, D12s, D30s for bass drum. These are these microphones were the best microphones made. Then you get into the 70s here. You have all the great Neve mic pre's and Neve consoles that were being made. The Helios, or the precursors to Helios consoles that were at places like Olympic Studios. You had a Helios console in the Rolling Stone, the recording remote truck that they used for Zeppelin 4. It was really a time of incredibly great music, of great, really brilliant recordings, and gear. Frankly, honestly, a lot of the stuff has never been improved upon. You go back and you look at rock records, and they talk about these, the Neve consoles with the 1066 mic pre's, the 1073 mic pre's, the 1084 mic pre's, the 1081 mic pre's. These are from consoles. These are kind of the sound of rock. These are things that made music sound better than it sounds, right? And these are when people were experimenting with things that no one had ever done, right? Because all this music was being invented in all different areas of music. Music was being invented. They were recording on tape. They were perfecting things like tape editing. I mean, really. This is why I ask questions of the people, and why I've wanted to interview a lot of these recording engineers, mixing engineers, music producers, not only of that era, but of the ones, the people that I interviewed that happened a little bit later, the Daniel Lanois, the Butch Viggs, the Brendan O'Briens, and people like Andy Wallace, these famous mixing engineers and recording engineers, because they have information on the different, kind of how music transformed technologically from the 60s to the 70s to the 80s to the 90s, when things were being mixed on consoles. People keep mentioning UMG. I haven't said anything about UMG in the today on the stream, but I got 68 content ID claims on the day I put out that last video. I mean, 68 UMG emails claiming 68 of my videos. Anyways, I don't know. It's really, is that all? No, right? 68. I don't think I'd ever gotten more than, I went for months where I got none, literally. None. And then all of a sudden, it's, they started about probably 2 months ago, and it'd be 10 a day, 15 a day, 20 a day, 50 a day, or, 68 a day. So whatever, we'll get through it. I'm not, I don't let it affect me. Have you interviewed Glyn Johns? I have interviewed Glyn Johns. It's on my channel. Search it. So I'd just like to talk about a couple other things here. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm continuing my sale, or I extended the sale. It's been off all week since Labor Day, but I brought it back through the rest of this week, through Friday, because there are some people that missed the sale, even though it was on for 2 weeks before that. $109 for all 6 of my courses. That's my Music Theory for Songwriters, my Beato Ear Training, Beato Book Interactive. These are all video courses, except for the ear training course, which has all these training modules to help you develop your ear so you can figure out these songs by ear. Entangled, I wrote out here before I started. I made a chart, 6/8 time. There's a 7/8 bar there. G, E sus4 over G sharp to E to B minor. That's only for my own reference to remember what's coming first. So my Beato ear training, my arpeggio masterclass, my beginner guitar course, all of those for $109. Not only does it help you become a better musician, you can open up another window on your browser here, and you can go to rickbeato.com. But you can also get tickets to my San Francisco show if you live on the West Coast here, or wherever, if you want to come out and see the show. my live one-man show where I talk about things I can't talk about on my channel. That's at the Presidio Theater on September 25th. And there are tickets for my shows in Europe. I'm going to be at the Punchline in Berlin, October 25th. Love to see all my German friends out there. Please come out. October 28th in Stockholm, one of my favorite cities, and has one of the best museums that I've ever been to. The one with the giant ship in it that sailed for about 100 meters, then sank. Oh my God, that place is amazing. That is like the greatest museum ever. Love Stockholm. I'll be in Oslo on October 29th. It's amazing to see all these records that I love that were recorded in Oslo. I'll talk about that when I'm there. November 1st in Helsinki. Can't wait. I'm going to be at Hype. What did I say? November 1st, that is. November 1st, Helsinki, Finland, Hype. November 3rd at Cadogan Hall. How do you say it? Cadogan. I say Cadogan Hall. November 3rd in London. And then in Dublin at the Ambassador Theater on November 5th. You can get tickets through rickbeato.com. Love to see you guys there. Rick is bullied. I'm not bullied. Come on. I don't play the victim on this. Although my daughter Lennon says that I was rage baiting, and I thought when I watch other people do reactions, like Top Music Attorney, she did she played my video and did a reaction thing to it. And when I see her play clips of it, I sound like I'm so unhinged, and I laugh at it. And that's what when my kids say that I'm rage baiting. I just laugh. I laugh at that term, but I'd love to get the. I would love to get the head of UMG on my channel. I think that would be an interesting conversation. You guys are awesome. My complete course is on sale through the end of this week, $109. That helps finance the channel, fund all my videos, all my traveling that I've been doing for all these things. You guys are amazing. Really appreciate you spending some time here on your weekend. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Hope to see you guys in Nashville this week. Those of you that'll be there at Vanderbilt University. Take care.